Hi, powerful leaders. This episode is from a live training that I do weekly inside my Facebook group called the Powerful Female Coaches and Leaders Community. Feel free to join us inside the group so I can get to know you better and I can answer any questions you might have. I just love the live interaction, answering to your question, listening to your stories. There is so much power in connecting in a deeper way, and I really hope you do take this invitation. The way I edit these episodes is really to give you all the value, but if you want to have the live interaction, ask any questions, and get them answered by me, please join us in the Powerful Female Coaches and Leaders community. I can't wait to see you there, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. Welcome to the Powerful Female Leaders Podcast. I'm your host, Anna Patricia Bourgeois, certified business coach. I am here to help you up-level, generate consistent wealth, increase your confidence, attract dream clients, and master your mindset so that you can fully own your power and achieve next-level results in your online business and beyond. Every week, a powerful conversation will take place with amazing guests, or I'll share from my experience to help inspire you to start and scale the business of your dreams while being powerfully you. The time has come to stop playing small, stop hiding, and stop waiting. Now is the perfect time for you to passionately pursue your heart's desire as the powerful leader you were born to be. Are you ready? Let's do this. Heart-centered sales. 6 steps for an easy yes. I'm really excited about this training, honestly, because first, it's been a while since I've made a training around sales, right? And also, understanding sales and the enrollment process was a game changer for me in hitting those consistent 5K months, right? So I want you to use the knowledge from this training to master the process of truly serving on those calls, making an impact, and truly elevate your cash flow. So like I said, I know it can be scary, as heart-centered leaders to have those conversations, especially the first few ones we have. It can feel nerve-wracking, like your hands are gonna get sweaty, your heart's gonna start pumping, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? Like, it's normal. Those feelings are normal when we're first starting, right? And the biggest thing that you need to understand, you are not on that call to convince the person. That's not your job. And you're not here to force anyone into anything they don't want to do. These are the 2 things you have to remember. We're not here to convince. We're not here to force anyone. You are here to help your client make a powerful decision for their life, for their business, for their health, no matter what you do. And if they took that time out of their day, people are busy, right? And they took the time to book a call with you, it means that they want to be on that call first and foremost, right? And they're curious to know how you can help them solve their problem. They booked the call. They said yes. They want to be there. So there's no pressure at all. Your goal, your role on that call is to listen, actively listen, and support and guide that person to a powerful yes or no decision. That's what the sales conversation is all about. It's about uncovering what's costing them to not move forward and solve their problem, right? And when this is done right, when you're doing this right, it triggers the urgency to take action, right? They're like, yeah, it's true. I don't want to wait 3 months, 6 months, another year to solve this problem. If you're a business coach, people are leaving money on the table right now, right? By not signing up with you as your coach. If you're a health coach, what's the risk of not having that support? A heart attack? Like, what is it? It's literally like a matter of life and death, basically. So when we understand that and when we have that honest conversation, people in their heads, they're going to be like, wow, that's so true. Am I really going to wait? Am I really going to put my life on hold? The potential that I could reach by having that help. Make sure you make them realize what's on the line here. This is the number one mistake that I see, is asking for the call too early. Ask yourself, what actions can I take today to start building a human connection first? I'm going to go over this once because if you know me and if you've been following me, connections and relations is the first most important thing. Nurturing your people, having conversations, building that connection is crucial. Because when we do this, we increase the level of trust and we decrease the perception of risk, right? For example, the client that I signed yesterday, I had a first call with her a few months back. She's been in my group. She's been watching my training. She signed up for my low-cost trainings. She knows me. She knows who I am. She knows I'm not going anywhere, right? She knows what kind of results my client got. She knows everything. So the call yesterday was so easy because the level of trust was here already, right? So think about it. Think about your next call. Are these people like cold leads, like you have never spoken to them in your life? Or are the calls you're having with people you already know, you already have a connection with? Okay, so now let's go over the steps. The first one is keeping it about your client's goals and vision, right? So the first thing that I love to ask is, so what are your desires? What are your goals? What is your vision? Tell me about it. And I take some time to dive deeper into what that looks like, what that feels like, the excitement, the bodily responses from having that vision come to life. Be an active listener. Listening is everything in a call. Take the time. Agree with them. Mirroring what they say, repeating to them that you understood, right? All of these little things will add up and make the difference. The second thing is understanding the client's challenges and roadblocks. So what is keeping them where they're at now? Right? What's their biggest challenge? Why aren't they there yet? What's missing? Is it their mindset? Is it their strategy? What is missing in their life for them to reach that goal? Then we want to affirm the level of commitment, how important it is for them to actually achieve those goals. So I always like to use the scale, right? From 1 to 10. 10 being I'm all in, I'm committed, I'm ready to do whatever it takes to achieve those goals. And the reason why we want to ask this is because I never, ever, ever talk about my programs or my services or whatever if the person is not at a 9 or a 10. Like, I save myself time. I save the person some time. Like, I am here to work with people who are all in. Because those who are all in take action, even when they're afraid, get the best results. Like, they're not here to fool around. So always ask the level of commitment. Where are they? Did they just come on this call because they were curious, fish for information, compare you to other coaches? We never know, right? But it's also a feeling. You're going to feel it. I am big on intuition. Like, I follow my intuition. And if I see that the person is not there yet or something is not feeling well, like, right, I'm not even going to ask or anything. I'm just going to be like, okay, fun. Like, I'm here to give you value and that's all that matters for me. And it's okay if, it's not a yes. Like, I don't get attached to it. Here's my free group. Here's my free podcast. Go listen, get the value, get the knowledge. Never, ever attach yourself to the outcome. it doesn't matter anyway. Step number 4, sharing how you can help them on their journey, right? So they tell you, yes, I'm at a 10, I'm committed, let's do this. Okay, awesome. Would you like to learn more about what I do? Oh yeah, tell me all about it. Like, people are curious, they want to know what exactly it is, and then you explain to them like what you do, who you help, what your programs look like, the length of the programs, what's included, how many calls do they get, etc., etc., etc. Then you get to the price, you give the price. Let them talk first. Let them speak. Let them digest all the information. Let them take a deep breath if they have to, right? Let them speak first. If they come up with objections, which most of the time happens, it's okay. So I'm going to dive into objections later on, but this is step number 5. And then step number 6, help them make a powerful decision, yes or no. So that's pretty much the steps. So let's talk about closing the call, right? People who tell you, oh, I need to think about it, I need more time or whatever. Usually, what they actually need is courage. Courage and empowerment. Oh, okay. Yeah, I totally get it. But you just told me you were at a 10. You just told me you were all in. You just told me this was so important, that your vision was so important. What happened? And then it's just a matter of having that conversation and seeing what is actually beneath that. That's where the real sales conversation happen, because most of the time it's either a mindset thing. Maybe they hired a coach before and it didn't go as they wish it was. Like, there's just so many different reasons. The second biggest mistake I've made when I first started having calls is letting people off the hook. Oh, as soon as I heard an objection, oh no, okay, bye. Right? Never let people off the hook. They told you they wanted this. And their objections most of the time is just something deeper. Maybe they don't trust themselves enough. It can be so many different things. Don't let people off the hook. Have that powerful conversation. No matter if it's a yes or a no, it needs to come from a place of alignment and intentionality. We don't want to have a powerful no for the wrong reasons. Like I said, maybe they're just scared. Maybe they don't trust themselves. Maybe they don't feel worthy. So saying no based on a fear is not a powerful decision. There's always a way to help on that call and give value and show to that person you are worth it. Your dreams are valid. You are so loved. And there's no reason why this wouldn't work. You're supported, you're guided. It's just a matter of you taking the decision and taking the actions. Having that heart-centered conversation and truly seeing the best out of people and reminding them of that. Maybe they've never had someone in their lives tell them how amazing they are. They're going to appreciate that so much that even if they don't end up signing up, they're going to be changed. Something is going to shift, right? That's what we want. No matter if they say yes or no, that doesn't matter, right? We want to help. So I hope this resonates. I hope this makes sense. I'm getting a bit emotional because that's my favorite part, honestly, is truly diving deep in there and seeing what's truly going on. So really reminding them, like, you're a powerful creator. You're a powerful decision maker. You got this. Like, there's nothing you can't do in this life. And you're already here. You're already listening to this training. You're already in my group. You're listening to my podcast. I see you on my Instagram. I see you in my stories. I see you taking action already. I see your pages. I see your brand. I see you show up. Like, reminding them that they're already in it. And they're in it for life. This is like a journey. Like, This is forever. When you're all in, this is forever. Growth forever. Like, I'm in this forever. Right? So it's having that deep, thoughtful conversation. That's why I call this training heart-centered self. And when you come from that heart-centered space, nothing can go wrong. You don't feel icky. You don't feel salesy. You're just being of value. It's not easy. It's not easy to have those vulnerable conversations, but when you do, it shows that you are a true leader. That's what leaders do. Sales conversation is about you stepping up, becoming brave and courageous, and putting your own fears and doubts aside and helping and serving that person on that call. That's what it's all about. Every single call that gets booked in my calendar, I celebrate it. I'm grateful for it. I have a happy dance for it. I visualize the person on that Zoom call and I send them all my love even before the call. I'm just so grateful. And that grateful energy changes everything. Okay, so let's talk about the pitch, right? When you arrive to that section in the call where you actually talk about yourself, I promise you the confidence that you have while talking about it is 10 times more important than the actual details of the program or the service. And the other thing is people are less interested in the how or the processes or the systems or whatever, and more about what they're actually getting. So what's the transformation? What's the results from signing for that package, that program, or whatever? Focus on the transformation and incorporate what they've been telling you they want in that pitch, right? Always remember, because you were listening, what they tell you they wanted, and then add that in your pitch. Okay, so the top two main objections are money and time. It's usually I don't have the money or I don't have the time. Let's talk about the money objection. Thank you so much for letting me know, right? Because now I know you actually want the help and the guidance and to work with me. And I will help you and support you in navigating that objection. Would you be open to that? Always ask for permission to dive deeper into what the objection actually is, right? Because maybe the person is not emotionally ready or available to really go that deep and that vulnerable, and that's okay. Respect people's boundaries. So always ask if it's okay to talk about it. Money. What they're really saying when they say they don't have money is they don't see that they're worthy enough to invest in themselves, or they don't see that they're actually worthy enough to create the money to invest in themselves. Here's some questions that you could ask them to dive deeper into that worthiness, enoughness piece. I'm curious, like, do you feel worthy enough about investing in yourself? Like, what's going on here? Or have you ever invested this much in yourself before? Why or why not? Right? Was it about a bad investment? Or, do you feel empowered to create the changes you want to make? And what's the cost of not investing right now? Reminding them of that, right? But it's really about reflecting to them what you're hearing. Because during the whole conversation, they told you what they wanted, they told you they were stuck, and they told you what their challenges were, and they said they were at a 10, they were excited, all in, and now they tell you it's about money. But really, what is it about? Like just a few minutes ago, you told me you were at a 10. Like, how can we become resourceful? How can we create this opportunity for you? There's always a way. There's always a way. Reminding them of the possibilities. So the time objection. What they're really saying is, I am fearful of getting too close to change occurring. They're not ready for change. Change can be a scary thing for people. or they don't see this as possible for them now, right? So here's some questions you can ask to dive deeper. When is the right time? When would be a good time? I hear you don't have a lot of time right now. I'm curious, is your calendar filled with things you're actually a no for? What is the cost of all those things that are currently on your calendar that are not bringing you the desired results you wish to have? And what are those results that you're actually getting from how your calendar looks right now? So do you feel like you would have to give up something in order to do this? A lot of people have a this or that mentality. Remind them that it can be this and that. It's all in here. It's all in the mind. We create our own realities. If you tell yourself, oh, but if I do this, then I will have time to do that. I'm going to sacrifice this if I do that. It's all in the mind. You can have it all. You can have it all. It's all about how you see it, how you approach it, your perspective around it. This is so powerful. You're going to make them realize so many things. They're going to be like, wow, mind blown. Like, is this a coaching session or is this like a sales call right now? That's what we want. Give value and serve and make them realize and open their eyes. If after all of this, you can still feel like they're not quite there yet, it's okay. If it's a powerful no, invite them to schedule another call later on. Invite them to join your Facebook group, listen to your podcast, or download a freebie, or a checklist, or template, or free training. Don't let them off the hook again. Bring them in your communities. Still nurture them. Still show them you're the expert. You know what you're talking about. That you've been through it. That your clients have been through it. Okay, perfect. Now it's my favorite piece around mindset. I want to chat about mindset a little bit. Biggest thing, like I said, is your energy, your confidence, and how you show up. How intentional you are. How excited you are. How much you believe in what you do. And you reconnecting to that vision and your mission. Share what your mission is. We all have different missions. People want to know, why do you do what you do? The other thing is moving your body. Do some push-ups, go take a walk, do a little dance, move the energy in your body before getting on that call, and move your energy beyond the cell, and imagine that person already on their onboarding call with you. Like it's already happening. They already said yes. They're already invested. They already paid the invoice. Like it's done. Every time I have that moment of gratitude before the call and I send that love and I also imagine that person saying yes to me. It's like I already done deal. This is going to change the game for you. I promise you. If you do this, if you take a minute or two before the call to just center yourself and do that, they're going to be like, holy shit. Okay. I think Anna means business. No, but honestly, it's all about energy. And like I said, some elements are intuitive, right? If there's a chemistry, if the energy is there, if the client you're talking to is excited, they already know you, they've already been following you, like it's automatic in their brains. They're going to start seeing themselves working with you. They're going to start selling themselves on you even before the pitch or whatever. Because just being in your energy brings their energy up, brings the momentum up. And then they're excited to take action. Last thing to keep in mind, if the person is difficult on the sales call. Yeah, but this, but that coach, but this. Keep in mind how people show up on that call. They show you who they are as a client. If that person is looking to grill you on every little detail of your package or your program or this or that, and they're asked this and they're being a pain in the ass, they're actually showing you what type of client there will be in your container. Do you want to work with a person like that? Remind yourself that this call is as much you seeing if you want to work with that person or not. Sometimes what's best for that person is not to work with you, and that's okay, because we're not meant to work with everyone. The last thing, here's your homework. I want you to ask yourself this. How do you show up as a buyer? How do you make your buying decisions? I have a client, she comes to me and she's like, Anna, I don't get it. All the clients that I sign, they all sign on payment plans. Why can't I get a paid in full? And I look at her and I'm like, how do you buy? Do you buy with payment plans or paid in full? And she was like, yeah, you're right. I buy with payment plans. And I'm so tired. Everyone just wants my freebie. Why can't I get a client? Do you sign up for coaching? Do you have a coach, or do you only seek for freebies all the time? If the energy is not aligned in the decisions you want others to make in you, don't be surprised when things are not happening. You have to be congruent in your entire process. You have to be willing to be courageous and brave and make those scary investments if you want other people to make the same investments in you. And I know this is hard to listen to right now sometimes. Like the first time that I heard this, I was like, oh my gosh, I was so triggered. This is how much personal development and work and investments and coaches and mentors that I've worked with. The biggest thing that I've learned was that who you are being as a buyer is who you will attract as buyers too. I really hope this helps. I really hope this is valuable. I really hope you're going to start thinking and being aware of how you buy and how you invest if you want to start attracting those premium clients to you. You want to attract a premium client, be a premium client and invest in yourself. You got this, okay? I believe in you so much. And I know you'll crush your next call. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Powerful Female Leaders Podcast. If you love this episode, make sure to spread the message, leave a review, and subscribe. I would forever be grateful for you. I also want to hear from you, and I want to know your feedback and your questions for future episodes. So don't be shy, say hi, and send me a message at Powerful Female Leaders Podcast on Instagram. Until then, I'll see you on the next episode.